Alright everyone, it's time for a very exciting update, which is that I have now hit 70,000 subscribers on Bitchute. Huge milestone. I think it's close to 70,100 actually at the moment. That's viability for you, and I think I've said that since 50K. There's a difference between Bitchute, the community it's formed, the usefulness of the site, and its functionality. There's a difference between it and other prior attempts to supplant YouTube. PewTube comes to mind. I don't even know if it still functions. Brighteon, which I've hit the threshold. I should be able to upload the rest of the occult playlist today, or over the course of certain days. It's just smaller. The tier system, while it's a good idea in principle, doesn't trickle down to allowing any but larger users to really utilize the site fully. Keeping in mind, of course, most people don't even upload content, they just absorb content, so it kind of works on that level. VidMe, great idea. VidMe in principle was awesome. The idea of they got funding, they made a Fusion Reddit style video site. The idea in principle was good. The execution sucked. What happened is that right when the site starts growing, it chose to alienate all the political users, and instead of trying to crowdfund solutions fiscally for its problems, it didn't pan out. They didn't want to ask their user base. I guess they didn't want to get into any political problems. They didn't want to get deplatformed, so they ended up getting deplatformed. It was weird. On VidMe, I was consistently one of the top 10 users, and I had nowhere near 70,000 subscribers. I think I peaked at like 25,000 before the site went down, and I think I was number 5 or 6 on the site. A bunch of German gamers joined in towards the end and overloaded the site, actually, and I guess that they could no longer handle the bandwidth costs. Bitchute doesn't have these problems. Some people bitch about it and say, well, Bitchute makes material not available in my country due to legal reasons. Use a VPN. The kind of people that are more likely to use Bitchute have no problem doing such things and hiding their location. The idea as well that it has, it's so glitchy. By and large, not really. You've got to understand, some people are comparing it to like 2008 YouTube. It's really more like 2012 YouTube. When YouTube began expanding, number one, getting rid of some of the glitches, number two, and became more functional than it certainly had been in the 2000s, that's what Bitchute resembles. The only problems I have, one of which is being tackled actively, the thing that's being tackled is the search function. That's now being prioritized. Thank goodness. The site will definitely grow faster once that's done. Number two is the manual uploading. Automatic uploads for creators work fine. You upload it to YouTube, it collates to the site seamlessly with the same description and title, it works well. The only problem is that manually uploading is glitchy. And this has been a problem recently. There was a problem the other day. I had to literally upload the Bitchute exclusive to YouTube to let the auto grab occur because I couldn't manually upload it. So that vexed me a little bit. Anyway, though, onwards to 80,000, hopefully by, early next year. I'm expecting to hit 100,000 subscribers pretty quickly on the platform at this rate of growth. I'm growing more on Bitchute now than YouTube. There's a reason for that. By the way, link in the description to my Bitchute channel as well, and I'll put it as a pinned comment too. I'd like to get as big as possible there because, YouTube is no longer fully free speech like it was 10 years ago. It's begun kicking a lot of even larger creators off for minor infractions, not just major ones. And it's no longer as fun. To tell the truth, creating content on YouTube, which is what I've done for over a decade, is no longer as amusing to me as it used to be because they're trying to sanitize the site and make it more and more like an on-demand service. Bitchute is more like a primordial old-school YouTube with the same content too. It's like when Hot Wheels there, when whatever his name is from 8chan, who abandoned his own people and his own website, chimes in on Bitchute and says, well, it's kind of like early YouTube, but it's full of Nazis. Dude, early wave YouTube was way more edgy than Bitchute is. Oh my god, they're anti-vaxxers, flat earthers, people who are MGTOW. Dude, do you think that wasn't on YouTube in its early days? Early wave YouTube was crack fights and weird shit like that, Tourette's guy. And then 80s music videos. And then I showed up and, the history was made. Now I'm making history on Bitchute. I believe that it'll continue to grow. It's not making the same mistakes that some of its predecessors made, especially VidMe. VidMe was a good attempt. It didn't work. Fiscally, it didn't work. That's because they weren't communicating enough with their user base. They alienated the political discourse makers like myself by taking news and politics off trending. They designed their site improperly, and also it was obtuse because it was more like Reddit. Bitchute is a little bit more like a live leak setup. I think that they should refine it. The way the site looks can be improved. That being said, it's functional. So I'm really happy to hit 70,000 subscribers as a milestone. I don't know how many views I've got. I think it's almost 6 million. That's quite a few for a fairly new platform. It hasn't been around that many years. Its user base is smaller, and think, there's infinite time still for larger creators to get on the platform. There's plenty of time for larger creators, like PewDiePie tomorrow could get a BitChute channel. He'd be the first to 100K because he'd have it within an hour probably. By the way, even though this would knock me off my pedestal, I would still welcome it because the site would suddenly skyrocket in use. I wonder if BitChute servers could actually handle that. You know, a doubling of the user base. It'd be quite interesting. People should antagonize PewDiePie and try to get him to make an account on BitChute. That'd be funny. That's about all. Peace out.